Thank you. I have attended this observance numerous times. Tonight, my second as an elected official. And I began to wonder what I could say to you about the genocide. What could I offer that would have meaning or relevance to this occasion? The other evening, a man who described himself to me as being of Armenian descent approached me while I was walking on Brand Boulevard, thinking about what my comments would be here tonight, and he said to me, "You're the new mayor." "Yes," I answered, not knowing what else to contribute. "Well," he said, "good luck to you." His tone left me wondering whether the gentleman just offered me his best wishes or a warning of impending doom. "Thank you," I replied, and he answered, "You're welcome, Mr. Weaver," and he moved on. And I don't know if my colleague, Mr. Weaver, is here tonight, but with all due respect to him, the exchange gave me pause. So, as I stood there at that spot on Brand Boulevard, I was overwhelmed with thoughts and memories which flooded my mind. How fortunate I have been to live in this time and place and to have the good fortune to contribute to my community. My thoughts turned to my family. As some of you know, but many of you don't, a line of Talmudic scholars dating back to the 1700s, one of whom had had the privilege of guiding the congregation at Touro Synagogue, the oldest in America. I thought of my ancestors in Norway and elsewhere who were transported by boat and then by train, ultimately to meet their demise at Auschwitz. And I thought of my memories of standing on that very spot on Brand Boulevard in my childhood and watching a parade of American Nazi party members passing by on the sidewalk in full uniform with flags and banners flying. What a different city we have today. I thought of my own father and mother raising 7 children while doors were closed in their face. An opportunity for home ownership was denied to them. Suddenly, I understood what I would say tonight, because I realized at that moment, standing on a Glendale street corner, lost for a time in my own thoughts, that in a sense, I am inextricably linked to the events that took place from 1915 through 1918, known as the Armenian Genocide. The week of remembrance in our city and this evening's observance and commemoration reminds us of 2 unavoidable and irrevocable facts. As your mayor, let me state them now on behalf of our city and from my own heart, in words so clear as to command their assent. We must never forget the Armenian Genocide. The indecency and inhumanity and the legacy of evil surrounding its tragedy. And we must bring inexhaustible energy, heart, mind, and sense of purpose and duty to enduring and ending the unmitigated shame and the understated disgrace at the failure of our government in Washington to formally recognize this tragedy as historic fact. Some ask, why do we gather here together each year, Armenians and non-Armenians alike, to memorialize this day and share this evening as a solemn expression of our collective grief, hope, and humanity? We do so because the Holocaust and the genocides in Cambodia, Bosnia, Rwanda, Darfur, all stand as stark lessons of the unspeakable cost of ignorance and indifference with which the first genocide of the 20th century was and continues to be met. We do so as brothers and sisters. We dare not miss this opportunity to learn and to teach the lessons of this terrible history. We do so because the echoes of the voices of the victims of this monumental inhumanity visited upon the Armenian people in the early part of the last century resonates to this day with resounding voice and stinging clarity in the ears and in the collective consciousness of mankind. And we do so because torment and prejudice and hatred and brutality must never find a resting place safe enough or a grave deep enough to hide or silence the injustice of the genocide and its impact upon its descendants. We must not forget this lesson. We must never forget this lesson. We shall never forget this lesson so that others will always remember. As a Jew, I often ask myself how many of my own extended family members might have lived to contribute to society had the lessons of the Armenian genocide been recognized. And as a Jew with extended family who perished in the Holocaust, I, too, am a descendant of the Armenian genocide. I would like to take this opportunity to share this evening with you to represent this great city as your mayor. I would also like to recognize the talent and hard work of all of the speakers and performers and artists involved in tonight's presentation, as well as our city staff and the leadership within the Armenian community and the management of the Alex Theater, and especially to my colleagues, and in particular my friend, Councilmember Aaron Ajarian, for making this evening possible. Your collective thoughtfulness and sensitivity has brought meaning to this observance, and you are all greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. I thank you for your time and attention, and I wish you God's blessings. Thank you.